joining Mr. Yap on stage is the president of BCYF, Mr. Miguel Puyat. Okay, so now we're going to announce the 2018 DSEA awardee. Any guess? Guess from this side? Okay, and the winner is Coffee for Peace. Okay, call on Miss Georgie on stage to deliver her message, to receive the award and her message.
Maybe you were wondering why coffee for peace. It's easy to make war. Just drop a bomb, there's war. But it's harder to make peace. And that's why we chose to be a peace advocate in Mindanao. It was way back in 2006 when my husband and I decided to migrate in Mindanao. We're from Manila. My husband is from Laguna. We wanted to understand why there's always conflict in Mindanao. Why people are afraid to go to Mindanao. And those why questions drove us to go there and listen to the stories of people of Mindanaoans. When we went there in 2006, I was so surprised that most of the indigenous peoples have kept their culture and their traditions. They still wear their costume. They still do their dances. So, parang nagtanong ako sa sarili ko, bakit kaming taga Manila, masyado ng Hollywood ang aming kultura? Nasaan na yung kultura talaga namin? Another thing na bias sa aking isipan at that time was facing a Muslim. And lagi akong may takot na baka kung anong mangyari sa akin. But when we were there, we were invited to attend a Muslim wedding. And because I'm not a Muslim, binigyan nila ako ng pantakip sa aking buhok for that wedding celebration. And they were so good to me. And I felt like I was family to them. So dun sa mga instances na yon at pag-listen sa stories nila, I was trying to connect in my mind. How do we bring peace? What can we do? That was the height of war in Mindanao at that time. There were so many displaced people. Balik-balikan kami na nagsisilbi ng food, ng water, dun sa mga na-displaced na mga Muslims at IPs nung panahon ng gera, 2006, 2007, 2008, meron pang sulpot ng 2012. My background was in hotel and restaurant management. My husband is the real community development worker, and a theologian. So ang tanong ko sa isip ko at that time, what can I do? I was observing him, and I was observing the people that are having dialogue. And every time there's dialogue, they serve coffee. And every time there's coffee, there's no shooting. Because they're busy drinking coffee and talking. That inspired me. I said, coffee for peace. But how can I make coffee for peace sustainable? How can I make business out of this? How can I help these people understand peace when they are hungry? So, that means we have to provide livelihood. There's one coffee in Pikit, if you have been in Mindanao. Pikit coffee was the popular coffee that they drink there. And that Pikit coffee we used to serve the MILF, the military, the international monitoring team, the OPAP, who are listening to the conversation. That coffee are mixed with soybeans, so Robusta and soybeans. So it tastes different. I asked the Bagobo tribe, why did they mix soybeans or corn in their coffee? They said they drink it in the morning and it gives them strength. You have soup and you have coffee all together. So I said, wow, that's why they like that coffee. So it continued on. My dream to provide livelihood for these people so that we can address the empty stomach, so that we could continue to talk about peace. 2008, I registered the business, Coffee for Peace, together with my 5 friends. And they're still with me. Of course, it's not that long. But we registered it. We started with 500,000 pesos to start the business. Now, looking back, we have expanded from 20 farmers that we have trained. We have now 600 farmers. From 30 pesos per kilo that they are paid by the traders at that time, we are paying 250 pesos per kilo for the green beans, and some of them that scores good, we pay 400, 500. The coffee farmers, they are millionaire now. 98 families earned 10 million last year. Last week, I just visited the farmers at the boondocks of Mount Apo. And I was surprised they are building something there. So I asked Marivic, their marketing manager, so what are you doing here? And she told me, oh, here we will expand our coffee drying beds, and here we will have a coffee shop. For those people who wants to climb Mount Apo, they would stop here, and we would earn money from them by drinking our coffee, and we can sell our coffee. My heart was overjoyed because the confidence level that she had was not there when we started in 2013, because I encountered their community in 2013. 2013, looking back, they were all down. They said, we have no market. Very sad, gloomy community. Fast forward, 2017. It's a lively community. Everybody's busy. Every house would have a table sorting coffee. Why? Because if you sort your coffee, you get different prices for those coffee. The bad ones can still be sold at 120. Then the good ones, 250. Then the best ones would be 400, 500 more. And then if they roast it, that triples the price, so they earn more. What is our dream? Our dream is not just to make them supplier for coffee for peace. Our dream is for them to be a farmerpreneur. If they can do what I do, then I can move on and go to another mountain and train their communities. So expansion, and that's citizenship. That's love for your country. That's sharing of wealth. I have challenges when I started the business. First, I'm not a business person. I have to learn all through those years and still learning and overcoming those challenges. When I see problem, I see them as a goal to conquer, to overcome. I never stop moving forward. And that's how we should see. Even if we see our surroundings so gloomy, if we have that positive hope that there's a solution, there will be a solution. So never stop asking yourself, why am I doing this business? You're doing this business because you wanted to share. You wanted to help. You wanted to bring change to our country through those small things that you're doing. So I just want to encourage everybody, those who were nominated as part of the finalists, keep on doing the good works that you are doing. Because the joy inside your heart is far greater than the money you would get from your pocket. But profit is important because you cannot continue doing your business to see more joys. So that's the journey of a social entrepreneur. You have to keep a balance, doing social work, but also making profit. Not a greedy profit. Like I was just in a meeting in PICC with BOI, Bureau of Investment, and they were discussing inclusive business. So in inclusive business, you have 5 actors that you have to deal with. First is your investor. Your investor needs a return to their money. Second would be your supplier. They need, if you're an inclusive business, you have to be paying them the right price for the right product, right amount of labor they put on their product. Third would be your distributor. When you sell your product to your distributor, would the distributor still get some income so that they could continue to sell your product? Fourth is your employees. Are they paid right? Are they getting the benefits that are required by the government? Are they getting day off? Then last would be your customers. Because without the customers, there will be no profit. So your customer should be happy, paying the right amount of price for the good quality of product that you are giving. Thank you very much.